So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in Phuket, in Thailand, and I'm recording this video to you, or for you today, to say that you are not broken, you are changing. And in this episode, I really want to talk about what happened to me after turning 40. For some reason, every time I've heard this expression that things change when you're 40, I was like, yeah, whatever, that's just an excuse, and it's affected me. So maybe I spoke too early. In this episode, I want to talk about perimenopause, menopause, symptoms, what I'm experiencing, how I'm dealing with it. Just a real truth. Again, I'm not giving medical advice here. I'm just sharing with you my story, my journey, and then it's up to you to make your decisions with what you take on and what you don't. And I've actually made myself a little list because I get comments quite often saying that I change the subjects, but I have so much to give and to say that sometimes I do accept your feedback. I move from one area to another. So I made a list. I'm going to follow my list and tell you exactly how it is. So you obviously girls know, and boys, that perimenopause can start as early as 30. That's the sort of, it could start up to 10 years before you hit the menopause. And I feel for me, it probably started this year. I was misdiagnosed with menopause, but that's another episode, that's another story here in one of the clinics in Phuket, which shocked me. I was like, wow, 40, already menopause. But then I found another clinic, I was diagnosed again, like I did test again. I am not in menopause. However, I am in perimenopause. And I've always been good in terms of food, training. I think if you watch some of the episodes on my channel, you'll see I've always been in a good shape, eating healthy, not really drinking that much. And, I would consider myself as a very healthy person. And what shook me the most, that going through this now, it feels like nothing is working, I think the first thing that affected me the most, weight, especially in the tummy area. You see on some of my pictures, I literally have a six-pack. I don't have a six-pack now. I'm not going to lie, it's really hard to get used to seeing your body in a different way. And I'm trying to fight it, but sometimes I feel like I should just drop it and accept the new me with no six-pack. But I'm finding it hard. And everything that is weight related, cellulite. I feel like your hips, midsection, legs, that's where I've seen the most change. And with the same input, you get a different output, So what I used to do doesn't work anymore. And what's really important to understand, that it's not about doing more or training harder. It's completely different. And over the last probably 9 months, I've been trying so many different things. I can't even tell you. I've done weeks with no training, with just walking, with trying to eat less, with trying to eat more at breakfast time. I know it's overwhelming. Sometimes I think about what I've got to do, the sleep, the water, the training, the eating, enough fat, breakfast, 3 meals a day, make sure you have a poo. The list goes on, and it's just so much. It's very overwhelming. Plus you have things like just no energy. And I'm not exaggerating. You'd wake up I would wake up and I'm thinking, I'm tired, but I haven't actually done anything. And for anyone that's new to the channel, right now I don't actually work. So imagine I have no husband to take care of, you know, like the cooking, the cleaning, and, you know, all the traditional stuff. I have no kids, no pets, no work. So when I wake up feeling tired, I'm thinking, what am I tired? What I get frustrated and I get pissed off with myself, which makes it even worse, because then I feel like it's a snowball effect. You know, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So yes, I think energy, brain fogs. You know, people say, oh yeah, I also forget where I park my car. I had situations when I had to call the agency to say that the car's been stolen. And I've never been like that. I've been managing big organizations back in UK for 18 years, 40 plus people. I'd never forget anything. I'd literally remember how you breathe. This is the boss that I used to be. Not sure it's a good thing, but I was full on, so I have an X-ray vision. So like I'd see through furniture. Yeah. And then I'm finding myself not being able to find a car in a car park. Imagine how that feels. You feel like shit. You feel like you've lost the plot. You're completely useless. Why bother? Like, what's the point of living? And I'm not exaggerating here. Also, coffee. I'd drink 2 before 8 a.m., then 1 in the meeting at 11, 2 lunchtime, go to the gym after work at 6 o'clock, smash the session, fall asleep at 10, wake up 6. Now I have a coffee. Last week I actually did a test. I had a coffee at 2 o'clock. So I've drank the cup between 2 and 2:30. Couldn't sleep till 1 a.m. And that's 1 coffee. So everything is just affecting you differently. Peeing at night. So I'm trying and testing what's work, what doesn't, not to drink after 8. Many different things. Yes, some things that work, some things they don't. And by the way, I share a lot of daily stuff. What I do, where I go, how I eat, how I train on my Instagram. So I really recommend, and it's short videos, quick to watch. Follow my account. It's Natalija.Kica. And for sure, subscribe to this channel. If this content of interest to you, you resonate with what I'm saying, you like my personality, my way of delivering the information, then by subscribing, you will support my channel growth. And that would be an indication to me that I should continue to do this type of content. I think, libido and confidence, another thing that really affected me. I used to be boss bitch. Like literally nothing would be a scare, nothing would bother me, don't give a fuck sort of thing. And then I found myself that even a simple task feels like a mission. So yeah, that's with confidence level. Like if I get a project invitation or a collaboration, I almost doubt myself. And I'm like, why am I doubting myself? I have all the attributes, I have all the skills, I have everything that this company requires. Why am I doubting? Libido. At one point, I was so low in libido that I was actually scared of men. I remember being on the beach and the guy came next to me and he was like, oh, how are you, la la la, where are you from, blah, 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 all the usual small talk here in Thailand and Phuket. And he was like, oh, gee, would you like a coconut? I swear to you, I wanted to get up and run. And he was an all right guy. And so I knew something is not right. But like my reactions are weird. Like I'm a weirdo. Yeah, so mood, stress levels, you just can't cope. You feel so weak. Why is he shouting so loud? You feel so weak. You don't really feel resilient to fight everything. And That's hard. I'm not gonna lie, that's hard. Mood, sometimes I feel like I'm bipolar. 1 minute I'm like loving my life, living my best life. Next minute I'm thinking, what's my purpose? Where am I going next? What's the point? I don't have anything or anyone. I'm so lonely. La la la. And I'm like, Natalija, your situation hasn't changed. Why yesterday you felt top of the world and today you don't love your life? So, you know, I'm thinking that does not make any, it's so windy, guys. I hope you can hear me. It doesn't make any sense. So, and by the way, guys, if you ever need to chat to anyone, and this is what I've created one-to-one calls, because I feel like there are so many women out there that first, they don't have anyone to share it with, or they feel embarrassed, or, I mean, I'm confident here, I'm broadcasting over the entire internet of all my problems and issues. So, yeah, then you can book a call with me. I've changed the prices of the calls to make it really affordable to everyone. So all of you girls, if you need to chat, want somebody to listen to, I don't know, advice, we can come up with a plan together. Then the link is in the description. So press the link and then it explains everything. And if you're watching me and your method of payment is not there, text me. We'll find a way. We'll find a way for you to speak to me. And what I'm doing at the moment, I'm really tracking everything and really listening to my body, to my mind, to how I'm feeling, and finding what works and what doesn't. And what doesn't work, I stop doing it, and what works, I continue and I build on it. So I've been doing this for the past, I don't know how many months. And like I said, yes, I've had some wins, like my sleep's good, you know, I'm able to accept certain mood swings and know how to deal with them. But it's a journey, you know, it's a journey. It's never ending. It's, yeah. And by the way, guys, you know, something that I wanted to create in the future, it's a KicaClub membership. It's an online membership. The price is going to be $2.99. It's a cup of coffee monthly. So imagine you treating me for a cup of coffee, where I want to create a circle of people where, you know, we can share stuff with each other. I can be more honest, more open, show it how it is. I do add a little bit of filter in these type of videos, but in my membership, in that environment, and on that platform, it's going to be on YouTube, by the way. I really want to be as open as I can and say it how it is. No fluff, no BS, just real talk. So it's coming up soon. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. And of course, if you found this video useful, helpful, then hit the subscribe button. That would be a massive, massive, yeah, form of gratitude from your side. So that's it for now, guys. I'm gonna go inside because I feel like I'm gonna fly away like Mary Poppins.